Welcome everyone. We're in end of week 4 of the second rendition of the CTR World Cup. Today we're going to be watching Australia versus Latin America. So, as always, my name's Drask, and joining me on commentary we have an extra special guest commentator, the legendary Pizza.
Yo, how's it going, guys?
Then we have the very epic and amazing Tam here helping us out today.
Hi guys.
And unfortunately Sparda's joining us as well.
Yeah, sorry.
I tried
Unmuted.
I tried to get him away, but he stuck around like a leech. It was really unfortunate, but if you guys can put up with it, I'd appreciate it.
I'm gonna leave, so GG's everyone.
Yeah, honestly, it's for the best.
Good war.
I'm gonna leave the competitive hub and I'm just gone, so see you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace.
So we've had a bit of stalling, a bit of aimamir happening from the Latin American team, but it seems to be pretty sorted at the moment. They're setting up the lobby now. The draft was done in the meantime while the fourth member finished their sleep tech, so we can see the draft here in the bottom of the screen. So we can see that Australia has banned Thunderstruck, Prehistoric Playground, and Electron Avenue, while Latin America banned Slide Coliseum, Tiny Arena, and Nina's Nightmare. Did you want to go through the track picks for the teams, Pizza?
I can do, yeah. So Australia have first picked Engine Labs, so they've also picked Megamix, Twilight Tour, Barren Ruins, and Inferno Island, which quite a range of tracks. I mean, it's mixed between Blue Fire tracks and, standard Fire tracks, so kind of like a, general going on, I suppose. And the Latin Americans picking Cortex, Tiny Temple, Mystery Caves, Out of Time, and Jungle Boogie, which, well, similarly, yeah, you've got some, standard Fire tracks and some very technical tracks as well. Like, some of them are quite reserved type, but obviously it's not necessarily all that's necessary, with items like super engines. So, yeah, good selection of tracks, I think. Definitely.
A few Latin America with tracks like Tiny Temple and Jungle Boogie have some a little bit more of chaotic tracks. Out of Time can become quite chaotic as well, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
While Australia, maybe outside of Megamix, rather has those chill, not really chill tracks, but
Inferno
Yeah.
Island as well. It's like such a short track. It's awful, especially when there's like so much going on. Loads of crates as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
a lot of hits probably.
So we are loading into we are going to start loading into the first race soon. So we've got 10 minutes to to discuss, at least on the commentary bench, and anyone in chat, feel free to jump in. Who do we think is going to be winning this match? Australia or Latin America, and by how much?
That's quite a tricky one. Yeah, because I'd say they're both equally on par, but I would maybe give the edge slightly to Latin America for this one. But I wouldn't say by a huge margin. I would say, within maybe
95.
20, 30 point range. Something like that. Not 90, not like 94. But yeah, around 20 to 30, I would probably say, in favor of Latin America.
Yeah.
That's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I think Donguitos and Killer are just two very, 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 very fast boys. And if they do escape, it's going to be hard for pretty much anyone in the world to catch up to them,
Yeah. All right, here we go. Starting the first race here. So we're seeing Hakumi here going wide, so he's gone pretty far, going into 7th place, only getting a canister though, as we see GTR taken out in the front.
We see Killer gets the kill on one of them.
And Killer actually has a small break here, which on Engine Labs can mean the world if he gets out of missile range here. Unjuiced Missiles having a bit of a hard time catching if you've got fast fire. Hakuma being taken out at the tunnel, having no fire at all. He's going to fall pretty far behind now, early on.
Killer can take that second place guy off him, which, nope.
Yeah, we see Dong there and Jube, and he does take Jube out. So now that's a top 2 for Latin America here.
Hakuma
Dong
getting a mask as well. He, could
Yeah.
make good use out of this, definitely.
He went for slow blue fire, though.
Yeah, so looking at the minimap, we can see it looks like it's a Australia bottom 4 at the moment as they're playing the small norms. We have the Phenomena Army bottom 4 here, going to have to work hard to get the comeback here as Latin America have taken the early top 4.
Definitely.
This-
They're going
which
to
is a
have
hard
to
track
hope
get
for
at. Yeah.
going to have to hope for a power item of some kind, at least, because catching up on this is going to be quite difficult. Yeah,
For
without
sure.
one.
We see that Killer has rolled a shield here, and we see he's just going really wide to let his teammate pass so he can put it on safely. We did see Dong was trapping crates there, so unsure if he's going to be
Yeah.
taking out the Australian team here. We do see Jupe with a shield in 5th, and Mutada just holding his mask here in 6th. So likely holding that because he wants to have a dodge for a power item, but unsure if that's a correct play there.
But we see second and third place now have shields in Latin America, so even the power item isn't going to give them a win, basically. They'll still have the top 2.
Definitely, yeah.
We see that Jube in 5th isn't too far away from our 4th place pinstripe though, which I can't see exactly who it is from this distance. But we do see that it is a pretty small gap. They do only have about 1.5 laps left to catch them though, so on Engine Labs, outlining to this degree can be fairly difficult at this short of a time. I believe it's Liete in 4th. We do see the power item.
Yep. And Hakuma could potentially
Yeah.
catch up with this mask.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get the team kill here. Jube going wide, getting taken out by the orb there. Looks like, yeah, 4th place does get taken out. Liete taken out. Hakuma going really wide for the
There's
kill.
been able to
Nice.
combo as well, yeah.
Doesn't
Able
lose
to
fire
combo.
either.
Very good point.
That was a very nice hit.
So we see the top 3 for Latin America unaffected. They haven't lost any spots there. Hakuma's not too far behind here, but it's going to be a really rough time for him to try and catch up with 3 people without shields that can coordinate to try and take him out here.
Yeah, he needs to get another mask or something, which is very unlikely in 4th place, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, 1% chance, but it can definitely happen here. And
Yeah, pretty much. Never say never, I guess.
yeah, also of note is Jube is right on top of Liete there for battle for 5-6 here. So we'll see whether either one of them can take out the other and secure that 5th place, because if one of them gets a hit here, then they can likely secure that spot, given there's only 1 lap left.
Yeah. Oh, and another orb.
There's
actually
an
coming out.
Orb is
I
coming.
think that
another
was
orb.
from the 6th or 7th, yeah.
Yeah, that was from Australia, and interestingly, Mutada stopped
This
at the
is
pad
actually
for...
giving them
Oh,
top
yeah.
4.
Yeah,
I didn't
so...
have to say whatsoever, yeah, he got the judge.
So that's really unfortunate for Australia. A bit of a misplay there, I'd say, waiting at the pad for so long, but we'll see if Mutada can make use of this and try and come back and take back 4th place. We see that while that some of...
Unfortunately, Rocket's not doing much.
Yeah, and then a single bomb.
Yeah. The orb backfired now and it's giving away top 4, sadly.
We did lose
Yeah.
fire at the end, though, but it's just not going to be enough,
No.
unfortunately, to overtake at the final stretch.
Very strong start for Latin America.
Yeah, that
Very
was...
strong.
As pointed out in the chat there, that the host is actually really good for both teams.
Yeah, it's very
surprisingly.
true. Actually, I didn't even
Mm.
consider that. I usually do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to question at the start. Like, whether, there are going to be connection issues, people falling through the floor, and that kind of thing between these two countries. It
Yeah.
looks okay.
Yeah, the
Solid.
I know that for Australia, GTR from New Zealand does generally host. He's the best host from Australia, well, New Zealand, from the team. So it'd be interesting if he's the one hosting, or if we're seeing someone from Latin America host. I didn't catch who's hosting at the start. I didn't pay attention to who was in first place here, but we potentially might see it coming into this screen.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So swapping over to the scoreboard here, we do see, yeah, as you can see, very clean top 4 here for Latin America to start off. So plus 19 after a single race. So rough start for
Very big
Australia,
start.
but maybe
Good
they can
dream
pull it
start.
back.
Looks like
I'm,
my prediction's nearly been met.
Yeah, after one race.
Wow. Insane.
So
Um,
it was a I know that top 4 really got ended by Australia's second orb. Their chances of stopping the top 4. I mean, it was really unfortunate. Hakuma's decision to the logic makes sense in that he wanted to keep fast fire so that he could get hit by the orb and then be faster than the others as he catches up. But he waited for so long, and the fact that the
he
fast
lost
fire
about 10 seconds.
and the fast fire is not that much faster than the tunnel, so he would have only been marginally faster. And so all that time he waited, coupled with the fact that Liete dodged, just really spelled disaster for Australia there as the orb backfired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. I think they were hoping really for the Yeti to get hit there, but he did manage to get that dodge.
I was
Which
unclear.
is a shame for them.
I didn't notice how far ahead Mutada was from Liete. I think he was pretty far, but I don't know if anyone could have seen if he had a shield, or maybe Liete held a mask. It's hard to know.
He was a good 6 seconds ahead or so anyway, yeah.
But yeah, we'll be going into...
Akuma just, he just said he didn't realize he was that far behind.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Easily done as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
So we're heading into Cortex Castle now. Race 2. So this is going to be an interesting one. I know that both teams will be incredibly strong here, but potentially Australia can do really well here. They've got a lot of front runners, and this is a track where you can be really beneficial to break away early. So if they can secure the lead early on, they could be at a great advantage here. But they have some strong people to go against, of course, such as Dong and Killer here and Liete, so we'll see.
I was very surprised to see Latin America ban slide, seeing as none of Australia posed with.
Very true. Oh, actually, I'm looking and we see that Chichio from Australia has broken away, tried to get the beaker, and he actually gets Team Jesus there with the beaker. And Killer getting taken out as well. So Hakuma may have lost fire, but it looks like there's only... Oh, Chichio getting taken out here, so actually Dong gets a breakaway early on here. Liete not too far behind in second place.
Yeah. Giving Dong a breakaway in Cortex is not good for anyone.
And a top 4 again. We're
Yeah,
actually seeing
another-
as well.
yeah,
Another
The start
really
of
early
first
top
lap,
4.
which is
Oh,
kind of insane.
but they take
Oh,
out...
GTR with the mass though, yeah.
Takes out Killer here.
Always
so they-
able to... Yeah, Sachiko as well,
squishes.
able to slow him down.
So yeah, really nice job by GTR there, getting up into 4th place there. We'll see if he can make any more advances. He is really close to the reindeer crash. Reindeer crash being Jesus there.
Yeah, on the blue fire track as well, that gap is pretty much negligible, yeah, at that point, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a big lead now for top 2.
So we're seeing Killer here in 6th place. He does have a mask here. While he does have someone close behind, he can mask ahead to get a bit away. And we also see that Dong hit a beaker going into the double spider room. So he's going to be passed by Liete, but more importantly, can GTR catch up and take out Dong, or is Dong going to be pulling out the ankle bite tech and taking out GTR? We're going to be seeing the pass here as Dong either got team killed or hit a trap there, so that allowed GTR to pass up into 3rd. Hakuma going for the missile combo, which misses, but Dong going around the shortcut, so now we see 2 of the Australians in top 4 as Team Jesus gets taken out.
Good comeback.
I think the
from,
reindeer
Australia.
crash as well did lose fire as well, so now they're 2 and 3, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, so Liete's far ahead here in 1st. Does have a pretty decent break, especially with only 1 lap left. We see Dong hitting something in the same spot as last lap. That is so unfortunate for him.
Ooh.
So he's going to be falling further behind, except we see the
Ooh.
one Australian, Mutada, on stream
Ooh.
getting hit at the staircase there, but we also see one in the back near Dong getting hit. So Dong's going to hold his position for now.
Yep.
As
Killer
Mutada...
able to get the hit as well, yeah.
Yeah, so Mutada now going down into 4th, into the final lap. So Dong's right behind him here, so we'll see whether he can keep his position. He does have infinite, so he doesn't have to worry about losing reserves at the very least.
Yeah, I know he has even more infinites.
Yeah, he's got enough reserves for the rest of the war. Alright, so we see that Liete's nearing the finish line now. That is
Ooh.
confirmed. There is a narrow dodge by Mutada on these traps. Dong
My
looking like he
goodness.
dodged too.
Yeah.
That was good driving
We
by
do see
Mutada.
Killer getting hit by a red potion as well, though. Potentially able
Yeah,
to
he's going to lose.
position,
He's going to lose his
unfortunately
spot. He has to go around the shortcut, forcing him to lose the spot.
for him. Ooh.
And the
And an
orb is
orb
coming
as well. Yeah, yeah.
The orb hits.
It just hit Dong again.
Oh, but and a clock as
and
well.
a clock as well. Wow. Oh, we'll see what that does.
Yeah, that was a a little chaotic end there. So I don't think it's going to do anything. Jube and Jitchio were pretty far behind when they had the power items there. So those didn't actually affect anything at the end, but we did see, as you said, Killer hitting that red beaker right before the shortcut meant he couldn't take it and lost even more time going around.
Yeah. That was a chaotic one.
Definitely, yeah.
Especially for Cortex
So
Castle.
many items being thrown. Yeah, true, definitely.
It was a really unfortunate moment for Latin America when Dong hit that trap by the double spider room in first, because he had a really clean breakaway.
Yeah.
And so then he got caught up to, and then even more heartbreakingly for him, he hit a trap in the exact same place the next lap. So causing him to fall further behind, but did manage to pull back up, and Australia did a very good job to break the top 4 that Latin America got early.
I mean, a small
they
win
made
for
it
Latin
quite
America.
Yeah. Quite a good recovery from Australia, though, definitely.
Yeah. It was looking like a good top 3 for Latin America there halfway through, but they minimised the damages.
Yeah, for sure. So only a 5-point win here for Latin America, bringing it to 24 total. So still a strong lead for Latin America early on, but 8 races left. So of course anything can happen.
Oh yeah.
Especially
100%.
since Tiny Temple's next. Is this correct? Was Tiny Temple actually picked? Like people picked
Tiny
that
Temple,
in. People
yeah.
picked that in draft.
It's an interesting one. Definitely an interesting map. So short, but so quick as well. And the item respawn as well. Once you respawn at the very end, it just loses you like the entire next lap coming. It's awful. Do not want to be getting hit there.
Tiny Temple's the epitome. If you got hit once, you may as well uninstall and quit the lobby. Like, it's literally the track that you lose the most time on for getting hit once off of the pad. So if you get hit, you may as well just sit there in the corner and contemplate why you play this game.
You get hit once, you're getting lapped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Hopefully we don't see that in this game. Nobody quitting.
I mean,
No.
technically, tracks like Tiny Temple can be picked for that reason. Like, playing tracks like Tiny Temple, where you just get gamed on, I'll say, to be child-friendly, can cause tilt. And potentially, if Australia get gamed on here, then Latin America's pick could make Australia tilted and throw off their game. So, who knows? Maybe the chaotic pick will work out.
This is the perfect track to make people mauled, that's for sure.
So we see Mutada going for the slow start here along with Jesus. Getting an engine here, Mutada did, so gonna have infinite, but nothing offensive at the moment. Dong just going for the front runner role here to start off, so he's got a small break it looks like actually, so does Killer. They've actually gotten
top 2 so pretty well. Yeah.
Very early break here, and currently we do see Lieto getting squished by Mutada, who's gonna try and catch up to Jesus, but actually couldn't. Not taking the turbo pad here, so going to fall slightly behind, but not too much here given the short distance.
Yeah, not being able to... Well, he just got fire then, but
yeah,
just a little bit of a gap. And he does get a shield actually in front of him as well, so he's pretty clean, at least for now.
This top 3 is looking very nice for Latin America now.
Yeah, so Mutada's got an option to try and swap the fires on Jesus here to take out this shield, but he doesn't actually go for the box swap here. Instead, I think he's just going to try for the outline. It's really rough here on Tiny Temple because missiles, of course, being pretty useless on this track because you're faster than the missiles when you have fire. Bombs only really work if you're on top of someone, so if he has a bomb, he's going to need to catch right up to Jesus, as we see him throw the bombs here, and they're just not going anywhere.
Yeah, and we see Killer now with the blue shield as well. This is rough for Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't look like Van Dong has one in first though. So if they do get a power item, he could be effective.
No, he does
here.
now. You commentators
He does
curse
now.
pizza.
Oh, he does.
Commentators curse pizza.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is kind of a GG for Latin America, I feel now. There's nothing anyone can do on a track like this. It's so easy to drive.
And Mutada has one too, so...
Yeah, this is a simple top 3. Well, Mutada will keep us forward, but...
Alright, grab your
pillows. You have to change the fire.
Grab your pillows, boys.
Whoa.
Oh! Don't grab your pillows.
Oh, he lost fire.
Jesus lost fire there.
Able to get a combo as well.
Yeah, it takes him out with a bomb here, so Mutada coming up into 3rd, and it looks like Jesus falling all the way down into 8th now, so we're looking at 6 and potentially 8 if this Norm gets a pass. Mutada...
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I don't have words for what just happened. That was a gamer move.
That was an interesting.
He might have been trying to let his teammate pass, like whilst to not hit him with a shield, but I'm not
I
quite
think he was
sure
trying
what
to
happened
be.
then.
He should have changed the fire, but he didn't.
He didn't. That's really
Yeah,
that's
it's
unfortunate,
unfortunate,
and
yeah.
that might cost him the position here because he's not going to be able to get the
Yeah.
pass on Liete now. Oh, but he loses fire.
Oh, he
Even there's
loses fire.
and there's two
Yeah.
There's a
orbs.
couple of orbs as well.
And the-
Couple of orbs.
Wow.
The orb takes
That's
out
one hell of a
Mutada.
lie.
So we see
That's an
that
ending.
we see Liete waits on the
Oh,
pad there.
he's actually able to get fourth because of it, though. Okay, so Liete actually does get hit like too much there. Actually able to
So-
secure
Knock
that
Jesus
fourth
into
position.
fifth, yeah.
Yeah, just minimizing the damage even by a little bit.
Yeah, the chaotic double orb at the end there. Mutada
was
may have
bad.
lost fire and it looked like all hope was lost, but then everything changed when the Orb Nation attacked.
That was yeah. And you were gonna grab your pillow, Drask. And look what
I
happened.
was! Yeah, I Commentator's Curse again. Commentator's Curse. I was like, alright, this is going to be a boring itemless. Alright, boys, get your pillows. Let's just have a quick nap. And then, bam! Chaos!
Jesus lose
Everything
fire.
happened.
That way.
Yeah.
All the people, Jesus losing fire. Impressive.
As
But,
Jesus saving the content for us. Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus is being son of the CTR
Praise
gods giving content.
Jesus. Yeah. Praise Jesus.
And then Mutada, that's an interesting tech. I have to try it myself now, what he did.
Yeah, that was
For the
a
SCP.
that was a gamer move, headbutting the wall, and then just cat jamming for a little bit. That was that was certainly
He
something
tried
that
to
happened.
Squish. It was a big ask, but he tried. It was worth a shot, I suppose.
I was definitely waiting.
definitely.
I was definitely waiting for him to squish the person passing, the Latin American, and then bounce over the pad because of it. I was waiting for it.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
And then he gets food instead, basically.
That would be something, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 35 lead, though, with all the wins being quite substantial, actually, for Latin America right now.
Yeah, this is a very promising start for them.
Yeah, plus 11 for Latin America here, so Australia are going to need to start pulling out all the stops to get the momentum back in their favour at the moment. So 35 in 3 races is rough to be looking upon if you're Australia here. So hopefully they can keep their morale up and keep focused going into these next races.
Australia could look for a host change after 5, which might give them an advantage.
Well, I think GTR was... I don't know if GTR's hosting or not. I think I saw Killer and Liete in front, and they're not hosting. I think GTR from New Zealand is hosting.
Oh, at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the optimal host. I don't see a need for host change because everyone's actually balanced.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
it seems that way.
Yeah,
this is nice.
as we're seeing in chat, I do appreciate the confirmation. We do see GTR is hosting, so this is New Zealand host.
This is a very nice host.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be
yeah.
working out for
Yeah.
both sides, yeah.
New Zealand's generally a little better than Australia. Just in general, not even hosting, just the people are better than Australians.
Racist.
But yeah, the connection from New Zealand is a little better for international than Australia. They have better speed
Well,
than us by a lot.
I always thought
and distance.
neighbours was better than home and away as well, so it makes sense.
True. Alright. Alright, so starting
So
off...
Hakuma here going slow at the start. Yeah, unfortunately gets the red turbo canister again.
The canister of death, unfortunately, and we see that Jube is the only one I can see up the front here with the 2 Latin Americans that have been front running all the time, Killer and Dong here. And we looks like Jube just gets wombo comboed and takes out Dong there. Unclear if that was with the cart collision or with the bomb, but Killer gets a bit of a lead here with Mutada in second and Liete... No, Mutada in third, Liete in second, sorry.
Yeah, another good start again from Latin America.
Yeah, just have to see if Hakuma can do anything.
I mean, he does
has a
have a
shield.
shield here. We do see Australia not in 8th. Jesus is in 8th, which is good for Latin America in the fact that Australia have less chance to roll power items, but they do have the 7th and 6th slots, so there is a chance for them to roll something here. So we see there's a little bit of a pack in the middle there. We see Dong getting taken out at Blue Fire, so the Australians making their advance there as Latin America now off bottom 2 with Mutada losing fire, hitting the wall there.
Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
So this pretty much
That's
securing that Latin America are going to get a
Top
bit of a
two.
runaway here, even if they get hit by an orb now. Unless they get hit in a pretty bad spot, like right after Blue Fire, they might still hold the lead.
Yeah, this is looking good for Latin America again.
So currently they only have a +3 for this one, but Australia is really going to need to start pulling their own wins here if they want to make the comeback.
I find Killer's sense of throwing away every beaker and not trapping crates to be very strange.
Very true, because
He's playing it super safe, but he can help his teammates in the back potentially by trapping crates.
Does have a shield now.
yeah,
but,
he does get the shield, but I'm wondering whether he just knows top 2's a win. I'm not going to risk team killing. I'm just going to let us get top 2, even if it's only a small win. That maybe is the logic here.
Yeah,
Which
people get scared and they call out too late then.
Yeah.
We also do see one of the Australians actually quite far behind. I'm not sure why that was.
Yeah. So we
So I think I actually lapped. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, the one that's by
Yeah,
Liete
possibly,
now. You're right. The
Yeah.
one by Liete. They're not position glitched, so it looks like Jichio has been lapped. I think the most likely cause on this track is when people get hit after fire and they're like, all right, I'm going to go back for blue fire, and then they hop there for 30 seconds and then realize their mistake.
Yeah. It was around that position actually, so
So-
that could have been it, definitely.
so that's
I know
real-
I always have trouble doing that.
So that is unfortunate for Jichio there. We do see that Killer doesn't have a shield anymore, so potentially a clock could do something. Mutada's not incredibly far behind anymore, has actually done well to catch back up here, but again, unless top 2 get hit by a clock here because they're not protected, I don't see Mutada
I don't
getting
think
anything.
Liete has fire as well, so he could potentially catch him actually.
Liete
in
does get a
this part.
shield though, so Mutada with a nitro under his shield, so he doesn't really have the right offensive item, but he's not going to catch it that distance. So it looks like Liete was just going wide for
Yeah.
reserves.
It is
So
a
they
bit
actually
too far.
trap a crate in the end.
unfortunately. Solid top
Yeah,
2,
so-
definitely for the Latin Americans.
And a 6 and 7 will do them nicely too.
So
So +5.
yeah, so really really strong top 2 there, like you said, for Latin America. It was really unfortunate when Mutada lost fire hitting that wall after the second shortcut, because he was actually pretty close to Liete, and I think he had infinite. So if he was to keep up his lines there was a chance he could have caught Liete and broken the top 2, but I think once he lost fire there, and we saw that Latin America had 8th at that time, it allowed top 2 to roll shields and just break away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
definitely.
Like, even if you know the guys in front of you are faster than you in terms of lines, which like Killer and Dong and all that are obviously extremely good time trialers, if you have infinite reserves and you can put pressure on them, it means they have to go incredibly fast, and then they can just make a mistake, and that can make all the difference.
Definitely, yeah.
It is a bit of a mind game, isn't
Mind
it,
games.
this game? Especially on a...
It is.
I feel like Megamix isn't the most choky track compared to something like, you've got those really complex tracks like Oxide Station is one that pops into my mind, where someone's catching you and you think, I've got to put the lines up, and then you just immediately hit a wall. So
Yeah,
That
it's so
kind
easy
of-
to make a mistake.
that kind of pressure can get to you, and it is, like you said, a very real tactic to do. If you're just going that little bit faster than you might normally, it can be enough to shake up the nerves of the people ahead of you.
Yeah, or they can hit a tight item because they're taking time trial lines, and then lo and behold, they hit a red beaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of that toss-up between, do I go tight to make sure I can get away from this person behind me and risk hitting a trap, or do I go wide and dodge the traps, but then this person catches me and kills me?
Yeah, or you could do a me and the person in front of you hits a beaker and you just jump off the track.
Sparda tech. Let's see if
Sparda tech, exactly.
we'll see if we get any Sparda tech here.
I'm hoping we do.
Yeah.
Twilight Tour, you can do some Sparda tech, I guess.
Ooh, you could hit Aladdin if you really wanted to. Just a
yeah.
cheeky play like that.
Oh, I think that's Dre tech from when I've played with him. He loves hitting Aladdin. It's I almost feel like it's abuse at this stage.
Wow, yeah.
Admin, yeah.
Poor Aladdin, what did he ever do?
Oh, yeah, he's got a bit of a hatred. Don't think he likes the movie. Dre doesn't.
Oh no.
It was a great movie. I love it too.
But we do see a 42-point lead currently. That was a 7-point win Nice math, Sparda. Wasn't a 5-point win, was a 7-point
Oh, sorry,
win.
it was a 6 and 7.
Oh.
It wasn't a 6 and 8. My bad.
Yeah, so 42-point lead total going into race 5. We'll see what the point difference is like at halftime. Australia still have the chance to come back and get a really strong top 4 here to minimize the point difference, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
I think the issue that I've been seeing is that Latin America are just getting those early breaks. Dong and Killer in particular are just running, sometimes Liete with them, and then Australia is struggling to get them out of the top spots.
Yeah, they're winning all the starter encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
on
very
these
crucial.
maps as well. These map choices are, very front runner heavy too.
Yeah.
So it's even worse for them in that regard.
Yeah, so we see Mutada
Ooh,
going
look at them, they're
go
doing
wide.
some tech.
going really wide, losing fire and not getting the second Wampa,
Oh,
so...
could have
and-
got the second Wumper there, yeah.
and-
And getting another red turbo can as well. Oh,
Yeah, he is not getting the mass that he wants from the first crate. It's not going well for him today, unfortunately. You just get that look sometimes. You try, but it just doesn't want to happen. Another red canister.
Yeah. Jichio getting taken out here up the front there by Jesus, so we're looking at a 1, 3, 4, 5, I believe, for Latin America at the moment. We do see that one small norm is up in first next to Liete. Looks like they might have taken out
Dong.
Liete, so it looks like GTR's got the lead.
Yeah, Dong just getting completely bullied there at the start. He's currently
Wow.
sitting in the last place position.
That was a desync bomb and a half. He literally went as wide as possible and it still gets him.
And we see Killer's also lost fire here, so we're seeing Australia is actually making a comeback here. Jesus is the only one for Latin America in the top 4, and the only one with fire alongside Dongitos for Latin America, but Dong is really far behind. So this is actually really strong for Australia here if they can pretty much sandwich Jesus here, which is not a sentence I thought I would ever say about Jesus. So we're going to see if a Jesus sandwich is going to occur where they can get traps from in front and bombs from behind are taken out here, and then they can secure the top 4. Dong is on their tail, however.
I mean, we do have the body of Christ, which is kind of bread, so sandwich of Jesus does kind of make sense.
Jesus is the bread.
He is the bread right now, so... it's working very well.
Sandwich.
So Dong actually masked up into 6th, and then immediately Hakuma gets an orb and throws it immediately. Looks like Dong dodged because he was still in a mask. Hits Jichio though, so hitting his own teammate with the orb.
Ooh.
So
But
Dong,
still dodge though, so he is
backfired,
able to
yeah.
run away.
so
That's
that
when here comes Killer with a mask.
so that orb actually hurt Australia more than helped, because while they did hold the first place, Jesus is still in 2nd, and Dong has gone from 5th, I think it was, to the 3rd now. So really unfortunate orb use. I feel like that was a mashed orb.
His dodging from Killer is pretty impressive, I have to say. He's
Yeah.
reacting nicely.
And he does get the bomb on Jube there. Oh, but the trade!
Ooh,
the
yes,
trade!
traded, yeah, get
That's
traded.
that's so unfortunate for him. So Liete, his teammate, is going to be able to pass safely now that Jude doesn't have Wampa. So getting the run there, we see if Killer can get the bomb on Jube here, and he does get the bomb. He does get the
And
bomb
he
here.
does, yeah.
And
So-
he gets a mask.
So we do see 8th place does a fire. Killer can potentially try and put the mask on at an opportune time and take out 8th as they pass. We'll see if he can get the hit here.
He is able to get the red turbo contain squish
Yeah,
if possible.
he tries, but he actually doesn't connect.
Another
But he's going to
mask.
have a mask with
Does get
fire
another
really
mask,
soon.
yeah.
And he jumps over fire.
Ah, that bomb put
Oh,
him
that's
off.
a shame, yeah.
Yeah.
Applying the pressure, wow.
Yeah, Jichio
Yeah,
doing
the
really
bomb
good
just made him
to...
scared.
Jichio doing a great job applying the pressure there.
Yeah, Mitata actually quite close to the 2nd place position now, Dong. So we'll see what he's able
Dong
to
hit
do.
the wall.
Oh,
Dong hit the wall
he's-
going too
yeah,
tight.
and he gets hit as well.
Ooh,
And
that-
Jesus
Ooh,
has-
and a red beaker in the shortcut as well.
Jesus has no fire. He only just regained
Oh.
it. So can Mutada catch in this final stretch? He doesn't. He uses the bombs and looks like Jesus is going to try and get the hit, but he doesn't.
Yeah, so pretty
Jesus is a
secure there. The
pacifist.
1 and 2.
That's, yeah. Still a 1-3-4
there is.
for Latin, which is still a good position for them.
Yeah, still very good finish for them, yeah, unfortunately for Australia.
Yeah, so they've got a 1-3-4, it's looking like, and a 7. So still, as you said, very strong finish here as we see Killer just having a mask here to secure his immunity from the
Killer
bombs.
dodging the bomb even with the mask. Oh, wow.
Oh no,
He
Jube
gets-
actually...
Overtaken.
What did
Oh,
Jude
I
do?
think he was probably trying to hit there, but I think Sichiko was too far behind that it wouldn't have
Wow.
worked anyway.
I do love the way Killer was dodging the bomb while he had a mask on. That's kind of epic. You love to see it.
I mean, I will admit that there have been too many times where I've thought my mask would last long enough, I go through a bomb and then I die anyway. So I understand dodging bombs when you've got a mask on.
Usually for me, I get hit right after it ends, and it's like, oh, okay, right.
Typical
Perfect timing.
It's even worse when it's a desync beaker, when you had a mask on and then the mask just ends and then the beaker you drove past 2 seconds ago hits you. I
mean,
think
that's never happened to me, but... Oof.
What do you mean desync?
It's skill.
This game is all... Yeah, there's no desync in this game, Drask. You're making excuses up.
I am. I'm just I'm a bad player. You're right. I do apologize.
Also, I do love the way... Is this always... Maybe I didn't notice this, but the Latin America flag is like twice as big as the Australian flag. Is that the way it usually is when the team is winning?
That's my custom effect. I promise. And
I actually didn't notice that until just now.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm gonna
Latin America flag.
I'm gonna pretend it's intended because you sound impressed.
I mean Latin America, it's like they're flexing now at the moment with that big flag. So
it gets bigger the bigger the point difference. That's how I've got it set.
I'm glad you finished that sentence with the bigger the points difference, because I was going to jump in there and say something else.
Oh boy. I wonder what 190 points would look like.
It's just the whole. It's the whole screen. It's the whole screen.
Okay, guys. So we have Latin America against Latin America.
internal war. Let's go.
Let's go. This is looking like a pretty big commanding match for Latin America now. I think Australia are in trouble with the way this is going at the moment. The Latin America, they're getting the first exchange every time.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
I feel like the two big factors here is that one, it is a 51-point difference at halftime, which is a pretty mighty score difference to have in 5 races.
Yeah.
And that's pretty hard to recover. They're going to be needing to get like consistent top 3s now if they want to barely scrape a win here. But alongside that, the other thing is that it looks like we are seeing a host change. So potentially, we could be seeing a rough connection for Australians, depending on who hosts it. Because while we did see a good connection there, it's likely GTR will have a good connection on whoever hosts, but we can't say the same for the other Australians. So we could be seeing a bit of a even more disadvantage for the Australian team here. So things are really looking grim for them.
Could be seeing a triple-digit victory here if it goes bad.
Yeah, and Australia. Australia really need to get a win here. These two teams currently don't have any wins. They're the only two teams with no wins in the World Cup so far. So both teams are vying for a win here, but Australia has the larger point deficit in total, so they're really banking on a win here to try and stay in the competition.
Yeah, I feel if Australia lose this match, it's nearly... Is it a guarantee that they're going to be eliminated? I don't actually know, but I feel like it's very probable.
Yeah, I can't definitively say
close.
Yes, they will be eliminated, but I can say that it's super likely for sure. But yeah, I can't guarantee.
Yeah.
Because there is only one more week of seeding left after this, isn't there? So there would be one more race for everybody. So yeah, whether they'll be able to, make up point differences and that in one race. Yeah.
Yeah. They could lose this one by over 100 as it's looking. It's looking like it might go that way, which is huge.
Yeah.
For Latin America's chances of qualifying too.
So, while we briefly wait, we just have 1 second for me to work my voodoo magic here.
Oh boy.
I think Peaches.
What have you got planned? Gonna have Hakuma turn back into Teagues.
Yes, that is the tech.
Hakuma fatigue
Strats.
So I've just had to adjust some things I didn't think I'd need to adjust because I didn't think to check this because I'm mild Mongo. But it's okay. So hopefully this looks fine on stream, but while we're waiting, this is what we were talking about earlier. So while we're waiting
Ooh.
for the small intermission, this is the leaderboard that we were discussing. So we can see here, just to quickly go through to clear up any confusion. Matches played, of course, so every team except Mexico, Colombia, Poland, Costa Rica, and then Latin America, Australia, have played all their matches this week. So we should have 4. You got the wins, the losses, and then tiebreaker points alongside the point difference you've had across all of your wars. So we can see going down the bottom here, the two teams we're watching now, Latin America and Australia, only 2 teams without a win here. But if we have a look at the point difference here, we see that while Latin America have had 3 losses, they've all been very small losses. So over 3 losses, only an average of about 9-point losses overall. Whereas Australia's had much bigger losses here of roughly like 53. So Latin America getting the win here is going to push them right up, I would feel, depending on tiebreaker points. Whereas Australia are really going to need to win not just this week, but next week as well, if they want to stay in this.
Yeah, probably with substantial wins as well, like big point differences.
For sure.
As it stands now, if Latin America go on the course of winning by 100, which is looking like, that pretty much does spell Australia's elimination.
Yes.
Because it's going to be minus 260, which you can get 190 next week. It's still minus, minus 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have Chile that has 2 wins, 2 losses, but minus 162. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it just goes to show that they've had 2 wins that were probably relatively minor, and then they've just had 2 matches with an absolute curb stomp. Unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
But with 2 wins, you can just see how valuable wins are, because wins being the primary the primary factor here as to your position.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
So you can see how much it's pushed them up. And we actually saw Spain is another team to point out. They were in the bottom here where Latin America was just last week at the end of week 3, but they've had 2 wins in a row, so they've jumped all the way up to 12th here, really making themselves feel pretty safe to get out of the eliminated spots, with only the bottom 2 being eliminated before group stages.
Yeah, they've been playing really well recently.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel they've
then you have
definitely
Saudi
improved
Arabia.
as a team. Oh yeah, Saudi Arabia is just
been
4
like,
wins, 0 losses. Yeah, they've pretty much had perfect races at this point.
Yeah,
they are the team to beat at the moment. In my books, anyway. Every match that comes up, they just do business, and they're very hard to beat. So even last year, in the seeding phase, no team went unbeaten last year. In the seeding phase, Saudi Arabia are looking like they probably will be.
Yeah, they it's interesting because I know Dashi and I were talking last commentary about how, especially these top 7, they really feel like some of the all incredibly strong teams. I feel like you could interchange them almost with just how strong all of them are, and we do also have some other really strong teams throughout. Like, I don't feel like we really have many. Like, I feel like every country's brought a pretty strong lineup overall here. You know, Colombia's insane as well. Japan have some great players. Unfortunately, Great Britain and Ireland have Sparda, so that's really hurting them. But we do see that they do have some other pretty good players to pick them up a bit.
But when you have me kind of like a ball and chain wrapped around the legs, I mean, you're going to get lost after loss. It's expected.
Rig your engine at the start so you can't set off.
Yeah.
What happened? I jumped off the track.
So
Sparda Tech.
Sparda Tech.
It's all part of the
Hooray!
plan. Give them a chance.
So yeah, like there's so many teams here that I feel like that have really good teams, and I feel like it means that when we go into the group stages, we're going to be seeing some upsets here, where teams that you might not think would have made it are going to be making it in. If we look at the powerhouses from last year, like Italy was our last winners, being 7th currently, US being the semi-finalists, finalists, runner-up, I should say, last year, being in 3rd, while the semi-finalist in Finland being 2nd. So you've got some interesting positions here, and I feel like with only 1 week left, most positions outside of pretty much Saudi Arabia and potentially Australia, depending how this match goes, any of these positions could change wildly depending on how the final match goes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Do you know what upsets me, Drask? You have so many tabs open in your screen right now.
That's the That's the
1, 2,
that's the
3, 4,
life
5, 6,
the
7,
life
8,
of a
9, 10
commentator.
tabs.
The life of a commentator.
That makes me very uneasy.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's too many tabs for me to comprehend.
Yeah, that's I know you can't count that high, but I can help you. It's 1, 4.
Everyone,
11
you
T?
guys in the chat now, you can hear the abuse I have to suffer here.
That is just the way it has to be.
We just have to keep his ego down
always-
somehow.
I don't have an ego. That's the beauty of it.
Because
I would be
we
the
keep
first
you
one to
down.
admit I'm bad.
Because we keep you down.
Yes. At least I know I'm bad, and you guys just, convey it by telling me every day that I'm bad. So thank you. Then when I do have a good day, it's like, you're still bad, bro.
I do see just a few questions in chat about this board, and I do see Revi in chat, which does put me under pressure that I'm going to get the info wrong. But I have seen people asking, so the points in this column, that is simply just the number of wins that a team has had. So you can see 4 wins, 4 points, 3 wins, 3 points, 1 win, 1 point. So this column is pretty simple here. Tiebreaker points is something that teams have been confused at in the past. It's basically just showing how many of the teams that have the same amount of points as you've beaten. So if we look at Great Britain Island, for example, considering the commentators we have, they've got one tiebreaker point, and that's because out of these 3 teams that also have 1 point, they've beaten one of them. So that means they get 1 tiebreaker point, and that's why they're placed 15th here, because they have that tiebreaker point. And then the others who haven't beaten any of the other teams here that have 1 point, they just go by their point difference, which is the next down in the priority list.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how this leaderboard is working. And so we can see, like we said, you can see that the tiebreaker points have made a difference with the placements here. And like I said, with 1 week left, pretty much any position can be changed here.
Definitely, yeah. If we were just going by point differences, Chile, who are currently in 8th, would be all the way down in 18th. So, yeah, those tiebreaker points really do matter for sure. And just the number of wins.
Yeah, so we do see the lobby is finally reforming. They had a little bit of an intermission. I guess people wanted to get a smoke, stretch their legs. They better have been drinking water. I will be very mad if they weren't. So we'll be resuming shortly. So I will pop back to this screen for you all. Now I can send Sparda abusive DMs now that you can't see my screen. But
I'm going to put them into the chat. I'm going to stream them all and share with the competitive hub, because this is a daily basis, guys.
But we do see that we are going to be loading into Mystery Caves as our next race. So Mystery Caves being race 6 here.
I love Mystery Caves. I think it's a very understated, very underappreciated map. It's simple. It has the shitty turtles. I can't deny that, but it's such a nice map.
Love the turtles. They're so cute. Have you ever seen one?
Yes, they're cute. I guess in a weird sort of way. But I do think it's a good track.
I'm 50-50 on it. When I discovered how to pulse wood on it, I liked it much more, because I will admit that I know. But aside from that, I find it's a pretty balanced track, and the only issue I have is that I feel like it can be a little boring, in the sense that there have been plenty of times I've been on it in a wall where it's just like, alright, people have shields, let's run. But if you're in the back or the mid, it can be very chaotic. And let's see what we see here.
Yeah, it could just go that way. Yeah, it could be chaos, but we'll see. I mean, not necessarily right at the start, because obviously they're probably going to be going for the shortcut to, and they miss the item crates for that reason. But
we have Killer
see Hukuma going wide.
And Killer, both pulling super engines. No pulls with. Sad.
Yeah, but they are going to get infinite here, meaning they can just focus on outlining here. Not the biggest difference in this track, in my opinion, but we'll see what they can do here. Matata getting a team kill, but also taking out Dong there with the super engine. We see.
It did look like Killer got a TNT in his head and somehow passed it over to the guy beside him. It was quite interesting to see.
Yeah. Also, of quick note, it looks like this host is also fine for Matata at the very least.
Yeah.
So looking like the.
It looks like there's
clean.
also a substitution as well. Walker's joined for the Australian team.
I see. They've probably subbed for Jichio, but I can't see just yet, so we will see at the end of the race. We do see that Jesus is right on top of Mutada. Mutada going wide to get the missile on Jesus so that he can't get fast fire back there. So nice missile by Mutada there. However, Latin America do have top 2 here.
Ooh, Killer getting hit by the fireball.
Oh, so that's really unfortunate for him.
With a shield in his inventory as well, he could have used it, but he's probably waiting for that power item save, or just waiting for, the 10 Wumper.
Yeah, so we see that Walker's really advancing on him here, but Killer's going to be getting fast fire back now, so if he can get his lines up, he can get away again. Walker does have some pretty impressive TTs though, so we'll see if he can put them to use. So Liete in front has a pretty convincing lead. Can't tell if they've got a shield from this distance, but if they do, then they're pretty set. Killer just going tight and driving into that TNT, losing his shield there. We'll see if he can get the back bomb on Walker here, but Walker had a shield. It goes past Walker and takes out Mutada's shield.
Oh, and it looks like first place does have a shield as well, so he's pretty secure, I think.
Yeah. So we'll see if anyone hits this Nitro. Oh, they narrowly dodge it, so we'll see whether 3-4 can make any moves here to break up the top 2. And we see that Australia does have bottom 2, so they really need to be breaking this top 2 to get those points.
Oh, big time.
So having bottom 2 means they can roll the power items, but the problem being is that first has a shield and neither of 3-4 have shields, so that's not looking good for Australia, because Walker's used, I think, 3 green shields so far instead of getting some Wampa to get a safe shield here, so that's a bit of a risky move by him.
Blue.
Now we see Killer with another shield as well, so
Yeah.
top 2 Latin Americans both with shields.
And the
there's
clock.
a clock, actually.
But it's
Yeah.
not
And-
gonna help.
And it takes out both Walker and Mutada. Was that potentially a Latin American clock? Because that took out both Australians there. So
It
unfortunately,
just meant now, yeah.
unfortunately for Walker, the green shield expired. So if he had have had a blue shield, he probably could have dodged that one. But unfortunately, he doesn't. They don't lose any spots though. Jesus getting hit out exiting the shortcut, likely hit the red beaker we saw the others dodge. So Dong passing his teammate, but we see positions haven't changed yet. Australia still have bottom 2 here.
This is a big win for Latin America
Yeah,
again.
Dong does get taken out and he gets comboed by 7th place. He hits something in the left split and we see that Australia is catching up. He has to respawn here, so we'll see if Dong can do anything to catch up or if Australia is going to be holding that lead.
We saw Killer stop at the finish line, but I think he realized that no matter what he does, his teammates can't catch up.
Yeah, and we do see...
Yeah. Looks like, Walker's subbing in for Jube as well,
yes,
it looks
so
like.
Jobber
Yeah.
has subbed out.
Jabba the Hutt is no longer with us.
So yeah,
Too
we're
much
seeing
racism.
Yeah, he heard us bullying him.
No, I mean he's a racist. That's what I was getting at.
So yeah, we see
This is
I
another
think
nice
that was
win.
that might have been a +7 if I saw correctly, but commentators can't do maths. It's their requirement to be on the panel.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the point difference is looking like here. So that I can do maths,
Yeah,
just not
it
Sparda.
looks like you got it right.
Yeah, it was a 7.
That's the test, GG.
I knew it was 7
Nice.
because I got it wrong earlier, and it was the same results. I said it
Oh,
was 5,
boy.
but it was 7.
You learn one day.
7-point win, for the Latin Americans, though, only extending the lead even more into the second half.
Yeah. This is they can just win by this next track now, pretty much.
Yeah, Australia pretty much are gonna need to start getting like top 4s or close to it, because even getting 4 top 3s would be 44 points, and 44 is less than 58 if my numeracy is correct. I might need you to confirm that.
I mean, to get 4 top 4s here would give you 57 points, so they would need 3 top 4s.
Yeah.
3 top
Wow,
4s
no
and
one
57
can do math.
points. No, not even me. Nobody. Tam,
gonna
you'll
say,
have to
wait,
do
no?
it for us.
Yes, Tam.
Yeah, what?
You could do math. Please tell us you could do maths.
Not that well.
Oh, wait.
That'd be
Alright.
worse than us, I suppose.
We're all screwed then.
We need
That's
one
it.
of us to get out a calculator.
I can use my phone, I guess.
It's probably
That
best.
works.
It's probably best if you do, Sparda.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the only way.
Alright, so we are going into Out of Time. So many people hate this track, and I completely understand why. I like it because
I like it too. Don't
yeah,
worry.
I like it. I can't justify myself, but I like it. So I love racing it, love commentating it, love time trialing it sometimes. So we will see going into this race how Out of Time turns out. It can be a very chaotic one, and we've seen in just this week it's been a very divisive track throughout this week, with some very clutch plays being happening on this track. We'll see if we get another really hype match here on Out of Time.
I'm expecting Akuma and Killer to go wide again.
Yeah, I agree. So we see the ramp behaves itself. It does go to the right here, and we see Hakuma going wide
deciding
here.
to go fast this time. Yeah.
And we see he's
And
got...
he pulls another canister.
Oh.
That's so unlucky, man.
He does get a mask here, though, so we'll see if he can do anything. Walker and Liete getting taken out. He does team kill to protect himself from the bomb, but he did take Liete out with him. Is he going to be able to take Jesus out here? Yeah, we see Mutada taking out Jesus.
Oh, yeah, Killer tried to get the TNT off, but he was colliding on Dong's head, so he wasn't able to get it off, unfortunately.
So
all you have to do is jump 5 times, as Aku would say to you.
So it's Dong versus the world here. He did get a beaker onto GTR here, who did manage to hold fire because he was beakered early on. We see the second place lost fire. Mutada has a green shield. He would have had 10 Wampa, but GTR managed to just get the Wampa before him, so he has to hold a green shield for the moment. Dong is a good lead, so we'll see what Mutada can do. His lines, he's not taking the tightest lines here, so likely just playing safe and getting reserves and not trying to catch up here.
GTR losing fire, unfortunately, allowing Killer to pass as well.
And we see Killer with an engine here, so Killer's really going to be able to have the advantage here to catch up to Mutada. He is going wide to dodge the traps here in case Mutada has something, but if he sees Mutada's got a shield, he's going to be able to just go tight and try and take him out.
Yeah.
Mutada losing fire!
Fire!
This is really dangerous for Killer. He's got to pass with a
unfortunate,
shield. And he's got a beaker to dodge. That's really bad. He does take the shield out. Mutada goes for the back bomb, which hits Killer.
The bomb, yeah.
That just shows the desync. Killer was comfortably in front of Mutada, but on his screen he was a good bit behind.
Does mean he loses a position here to the other Australian as well.
Yeah, so we're seeing 2-3 for Australia now. Looks like their other positions are, I think they've got 7-8 at the moment, looking like, with Jesus right on top of the ones at the back there.
And we've had to get a good bomb off here.
Barely misses, though. That was close, but no cigar there.
Close.
We see an
And
orb thrown.
coming.
I think that was from Liete, who has been lapped by Dong, but he threw it just in time. It does take out one of the Australians. Another Australian fails the fence, causing the orb to skip them.
Oh, and it'll be going round
Big
for
brain.
another lap.
They're just sitting on the fence. Oh, they finally moved. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, the orb going around for a bit of a lap there, going for a cheeky jog there. We see Killer with no fire, just trying to swerve around GTR, gets the missile hit off here. Gonna get a combo.
He's able to combo as well, yeah. And
Oh, he goes for the triple.
Yeah, he just
he's
gets
going to
slow.
do this.
Oh, he's doing it again, yeah.
Oh, he
didn't
didn't get the last
no.
one. This could bite him in the arse now.
Oh, but he did get the one that just overtook him
Yeah,
as well.
he's going wide here to be safe, but it's end of lap 4. He don't know how he's going to make up that gap here. He does have a bomb. He can try and go on the offensive, but he's lost a lot of ground doing that here. Dong has already finished securing first place with another orb thrown by, I think that was Liete, taking out both Australians there. So Liete and Killer taking up into 4-5 here. That's really nice for Latin America. Terrible for Australia, who I think
1, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I think they had winning positions prior to that orb.
They did, I think, yeah.
So that means Latin America have won.
Place.
Yeah, they have won the war regardless now.
I think they have, yeah, which is not really what you want to see going into race 7. But
I didn't expect this, to be honest. I thought this would be a lot closer.
I thought so too, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
They were just able to, escape from the start with at least, 2 or 3, and they were just able to keep it afterwards.
Latin America have brought a very strong lineup with Dong, Liete, Killer, and Jesus, though. Troya not here is probably another player of theirs that I would say is very
Probably
strong.
asleep.
Yeah, probably asleep. He probably missed the call.
Be asleep, yeah.
He's doing sleep tech, aim a mirror. So,
It's a good tech.
So yeah, we see that Latin America did bring the big guns to this match.
Oh yeah, for sure. They mean business.
Definitely.
And they have the 69, so
Yeah.
they really won.
So they are winning by funny number.
Yes.
All right, can we get any XDs in chat for the haha funny number? Because
And we have the PMSLs as well.
yeah, LMFAOs.
Where are them
Yes,
ruffles?
FAOs and the ruffles and the smil and the lols.
All of them.
And we have Tam with the haha funny number. With
Funny
funny
number.
spelled funny as well.
Love it.
I like it. And Anton just dies from cringe. I mean, yeah, I understand.
Also acceptable.
Makes sense.
And the
So-
Funky Kong. God, I love it, Fist. God, I love it.
The Funky Kong, yes.
Alright, so yeah, as we see, 171 to 102 here after just 7 races. So as Sparda said, that means the war has been secured. So this is just to secure point differentials here. So a really big point gap here could push Latin America up much higher in the point difference here, which can help them be a bit safer. But Australia is really want to be minimizing this this point difference, because as we saw, they were about 158 points down currently on the leaderboard, so they're really going to be wanting to minimize the damages here. Alright, we're heading into Barren Ruins. In my opinion, unfortunately heading into Barren Ruins. I hate this track passionately.
Oh, no taste.
I will mute you. There will be
Okay, I'll
there
be
will
good.
be
I
no
do
Barren
love this
Ruins
track.
love in my commentary.
Oh, imagine. Never coming back on the show.
Alright, so Killer didn't go.
Killer
Didn't,
stopping.
yeah, he went wide again, as he has been on all tracks except
He
out of
gets the
time.
Hakuma canister.
Mutada getting the
Does
bombs
get the
instead.
canister again. Yeah.
Mutada barely missing Liete there. Second bomb hitting the TNT Liete laid out. Is he going to get the third bomb to hit? He doesn't. He misses all 3 there, which is unfortunate. Jichio going for the trap there, but misses, and instead Liete gets the bomb as Jesus gets the bomb on
There's a lot
Mutada.
happening right now. Yeah.
So-
I'm confused.
Killer gets a back bomb on Jichio, I believe it was. No, it was on someone
It was
else
Dong,
there. Yeah,
actually.
I think it was a
I think
team
it was
kill.
Dong.
And then we see a-
That's a top 3.
Yeah, a Beaker taking out 4th place there, so now we see Mutada's the only one who's pretty close there, as 5th place doesn't have fire. Dong's going to be catching up there though, so we'll see if they can hold Dong off at the very least. Mutada with his pet TNT in 4th place there needs to be rolling a better item if he wants to be taking them out here. Misses the item crate though, and he might be
Does miss
missiled.
iron, right?
Goes over the
Ooh,
Beaker.
Oh, yeah, gets desynced by the beacon,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
on international connections, that's a very dangerous thing to be doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So we see that the top 2 in particular have a pretty decent lead. If they get hit even by an orb with this lead, there's a pretty good chance they'll keep it here. Mutada going for the missiles on Dongitos here. Is he going to be able to take out the shield here? He does get the shield out, and now is he going to be able to get a second missile here? We'll see if he can manage it, but it's a bit of a gap to carry, and no, he doesn't. Dong does take a TNT though. Is he going to get it off in time?
TNT, yeah. Oh, he does,
Bomb?
yeah.
Ooh,
the
close bomb there.
nearly hit as well, yeah.
So we are seeing a top 4 for Latin America now. Are they going to be able to take out Dong, who's their closest competitor at the moment? We do see a Killer with a shield here. So we'll see if he can get this juiced to protect himself. And they take
just
out
like
Dong.
Dong does get catched by the robot as well.
Yeah, that Hakuma just combos him.
Yeah, so we're seeing, while it is a top 3 for Latin America right now, they're very close to Liete here. Is he going to get the bomb here? No, it barely misses yet again. So Hakuma barely missing the bombs here, which is really unfortunate for him. Is he going to get this one? He's not going to. Liete just running with his shield now. Probably
The
feeling
game
pretty
wants
safe.
Hakuma to get this bomb.
Gifting
will
him
happen.
bombs.
It's a big ask, but you never know. Ooh, barely
No.
dodges the robot.
Yeah, and we see that Dong's taken out one of the Australians in 8th, so now Dong's pushed up into 7th here. We'll see whether he can get any more spots as one of the Australians potentially hit a Nitro. I saw the flash on Mutada's screen.
Yeah.
Dong's fallen back into 8th here, so we'll see whether he can catch back up. But we see that Killer lost his shield to the robot and then gets gifted another shield.
Yeah.
Akuma losing
it's
fire
big
as well,
win.
unfortunately. So third, yeah, the top 3 is pretty secure for Latin America now.
Yeah, that's a big win.
Yeah, so that is a currently
7.
plus 13. It's looking like and a clock, but it doesn't affect anything because everyone had pretty much finished. So we do see the 1, 2, 3, 7 for Latin America. That's another plus 13, bringing it to I think 82 point difference here after 8 races.
Yeah, plus 100's definitely on the cards now.
Yeah, it's always rough to see such a large point difference, but sometimes you just get those wars.
Definitely.
You do.
Yeah.
Just have to take it, I suppose. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. It's not the closest match we're seeing here, but we are still seeing some action going on, especially in the middle of the pack here, in a lot of these races. So we do at least have some content going on.
Yeah, like chaos is good. It's good to talk about anyway.
Good when you're not involved in the chaos. It's good to be an outsider.
True. Yeah. Don't want to be part of it. Don't want to get hit by things.
When you're on the receiving end, it's very molding.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Like Akuma is going wide at the start of every race, and he is getting canisters 90% of the time. That is very unfortunate, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
In my opinion, I mean, my very inexperienced opinion, I'm not going to claim to be an elite, but I've found that in situations like this where you've been going wide, because that is usually the role I've played, and you're just not rolling anything, sometimes it can be better to just maybe try going mid. If he's seeing that Latin America are going tight and they're breaking away, it really feels like they're needing more people to be able to get up and take them out here. If consistently bagging as wide as he has been going hasn't been working, maybe they need to be chopping up and changing their strats here.
Yeah. The RNG gods are not giving him good fortune today, so...
Yeah, because as much as you can say, like, yeah, 30% mask would be amazing on this track, if you've gone 7 races and rolled canisters, sometimes you just think, do I bother? Like, maybe I should be going mid and trying for a bomb to take out just one of them.
But at the same time, you're thinking, because I've been so unlucky, surely to God, I'm getting it this time. And then you get disappointed again.
Yeah. So
it's just an endless cycle. It's never good. Yeah.
Just one more. Just one more.
I mean, it's been 9 races. Surely I'm getting a mask. Oh, and I get a canister.
Yeah, it's been 9 weeks. Surely I'll roll a mask now.
Then you can do races where you get nothing but masks in your first box, and that's just the way it is.
Exactly. So we are loading into Inferno Island here. So let's see how this one goes. So, as you did mention, we didn't get time to talk about it in depth, but you did mention Latin America banning Slide when Australia don't have anyone that can do SE Pulsewood, and this is a track where SE Pulsewood is quite favoured, and as far as I know, Dong and Killer, potentially Liete, can do SE Pulsewood here. I don't think Jesus can, though.
Yeah. I think Killer's just giving me an epileptic fit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does get he does get some squishes there, it looks like, as Mutada gets bombed early out of the shortcut, it's looking like. So he is forced to go for the bag, and he does get a mask this time.
Ooh,
finally.
Bombed actually there.
We'll see. He does lose fire. He doesn't boost enough. That's really unfortunate for him. So we'll see if he can catch up and not kill his teammate here. But it's unjuiced mask is probably not going to be enough to catch up here without fire. So yeah, he catches up to Killer, but it's not enough as Killer pulls his own shield here. So we'll see if he can get the hit here. Oh, but Liete DCs.
Oh, Liete disconnects, yeah.
That's really unfortunate for Latin America, so we'll see what they can pull with only 3 players here. He does get the missile on GTR on the shortcut. He does get shoot a missile here, going to try and take out, I believe that's Walker in second place. And an orb.
So pull the night shield.
So I think Australia throwing that orb, realizing that Walker, the only one up the front there, was about to get missiled, so they threw the orb in retaliation, and it seems to have worked quite well as it's prevented the strong breakaway from Latin America here.
Killer has an engine.
All right, we'll see if we're going to be seeing the tech, or if he's just going to be going. We'll see if he's doing. Looks like he might be doing it here. Oh, but he gets missiled, so now he's not juiced anymore.
Gets missiled.
Determined to get the
and we see Dong. Dong flew ahead.
We see Dong doing it.
Dong flew into first place here. He did lose his shield. I believe someone had a canister and took it from him as he went past, from what I saw. But Dong into second place now. So a little scary for him as he's not too far away.
He probably doesn't have fire as well.
Yeah, very true. So, and Don getting
He's able
missiled.
to
We
get the
see
rocket hit, yeah.
Don gets missiled there, and we see Mutada with an engine in second. That would have been so powerful if he was able to zoom with it, but instead he's just going for the blue fire to be slightly faster. So,
Unfortunately, Mutada is just one of those guys that is anti-pole switch.
Mm.
I think we should have a discussion about that, guys. Never
So-
happened before.
no.
yes.
So Killer actually took out Jichio, I believe it was, with a mask here, and he gets 2 engines, so he's going to be able to zoom up.
Engines.
Let's see if he can get past everyone here and then use his second engine just to zoom up. He could potentially get all the way up to first here.
My God.
He loses his speed. He loses his speed because he hit a bump there, so he decides to he's like, no, I'm not going to pulse it anymore, and he just back bombs
Does get
Walker
Walker,
instead.
I mean,
Mutada
he's
getting
in
bombed
second,
as
he gets
well.
bombed. Any rare missiles? Nope.
Alright, we see Mutada with a bomb here, but he's not going to be able to use it as he's surrounded by teammates. GTR going for the Hail Mary missile that misses because of how far ahead Killer is. So Killer pulse winning all the way up into second there.
Wow. And they get the win still.
Yes.
They do get the win, yeah, regardless of the disconnect.
Yeah. The OP tech struck again.
Yeah, so we see first, second, seventh, eighth here for Latin America. It was only a small win, but it's a win nonetheless. We see an 85-point difference here after 9 races, so we'll see how it ends up after race 10. Alright, so we see the boards here. Latin America, 218. Australia, 133 here. With only 1 race to go, and it's Jungle Boogie, of all tracks. Anything can
Very
happen.
questionable pick, yeah. Very chaotic track coming up, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. We've seen some chaotic picks in general from these players, as we mentioned earlier. You know, Tiny Temple made it into a draft, which I love to see. But I was a little shocked. I had to adjust the glasses I don't wear just to double check. Yeah, that is Tiny Temple.
Excuse me, is that Tiny Temple, not Tiger?
Exactly, my exact reaction. So, Jungle Book is a very chaotic track, as anyone who's played this game competitively will know. So, we could potentially be seeing a top 4 from either team here, depending how it goes. Given the interactions we've been seeing, I do favour Latin America because they've been winning the early interactions. And winning that early interaction here is very powerful. The only, I guess, spanner in the works, I would say, for Latin America is if Mutada's been bagging and he does get a mask on Boogie, an early mask from the first crate, you can use it very effectively to take out the entire team and then just run away with first.
Yeah. But with his luck, I'm expecting a canister.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's going to get a canister.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's one of those
It
days.
is one of
It's
those
not a killer's
tracks,
day.
yeah.
Latin America have gotten first on every track, might we add as well.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
true.
So that breakaway's just been doing wonders for them.
Yeah,
So,
they got
I'm-
a lot of fast boys.
I'm sure Latin America are feeling very pleased with themselves at the moment because they've had 3 weeks where they've had very, very small losses here, which, as much as you know, you're not getting completely rolled. It must be frustrating when you've had 3 weeks in a row consistently where you've been trying to win and you barely miss out on that win. And as we've said, getting that point for the win is very important. So they must be pretty happy that they're finally getting a win here, and not just a small win, a very convincing one at that.
Yeah, and it's going to boost their points off into the positives very nicely.
Yeah, they'll be in a better attitude definitely for race 5 as well.
Yeah, for
They'll be
sure.
much more confident with this.
They're probably coming for us pizza just to ruin our day.
Oh, we'll see how it goes.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
See Killer going wide for the mask.
And Hakuma.
Killer getting the early shoot. Hakuma does get the mask. Let's see if he's able to utilize it. He's going wide here. He wants to try and take out Killer, but Killer has the shield here, so he's not going tight for the front runners here, which could prove fatal for Australia here. He does try and get Jesus, but Jesus goes around the shortcut instead. So top 2 again. Runs away for
Ooh.
Latin America.
And
And he does get hit as well.
And he gets masked
And
by
he gets
by
comboed.
GTR. He gets team
Bias,
killed.
Possibly, yeah. By
Yeah.
GTR as well.
So top 3 for Latin
Yeah.
America here. We see 4th place, I believe, is a GTR here with a... Oh, and an early orb.
Oh, an early
That's
orb,
taking
I
out
think that was
Killer.
from Australia.
He should make the shortcut here. He does make it. It was just early enough for that. But top 2 was so far ahead that it's not affecting the top 3 at all.
He has a mass, but decides to go wide.
Yeah, going around the shortcut there, which was a bit of an interesting choice there, but we do see Australia in 4, 5, 6, 7 as we see them just dying here. 7th place has fallen back. GTR hitting a beaker there. Jeez is in 8th place, but he's not too far behind. If he rolls a mask and he's the most likely to get one, he could catch right up if it's juiced and just take out this group of Australians here. We see the 4th place Norm, which I think is Jichio, is pretty close to Killer. Killer does have triple bombs though, so Killer can do what he can to take out Jichio, and he does. He gets the back bomb there.
Oh, so he does, unfortunately, yeah.
So while Mutada does have a 4th place mask here, he does use it to protect himself from Jichio's shield. We see an orb coming from Jesus.
Well. And an orb coming as well, yeah.
Yeah, that was coming from, it looked like it came from Jesus. And looking like
it 3rd place though.
That might actually be detrimental to Latin America, because Mutada has fire here. Oh, he misses the bomb though!
He misses the bomb, unfortunately, yeah.
And then Killer beakers him.
When he does get beakered, yeah, that's such a shame for him.
Miss.
That was an almost fatal mistake by Latin America if that was their orb. But we're seeing that Killer was able to fend off the small Norms here, the Phenomena army being held back there by Killer.
There was a back bomb as well. Ooh, but I don't think it was enough. He does go into 6th though, Jesus does, so...
Jesus
yeah.
6, yeah.
Yeah. So that is a plus 15, I think, for them.
They got the 100 on the bounce.
Yeah, I think you're right. That looks like it's a plus 15. So you're exactly 100, I believe. So we just wait for the final scores to come in. And we see, yes, it's exactly.
Yeah, it is the plus 100.
Yeah, a clean 100 finish there for Latin America. So that was an incredibly strong showing from Latin America there. 245 to 145 here. So GG's to both teams. Both teams doing their best here, but we do see Latin America with the incredibly strong showing there. Finishing off with a very convincing win. One of probably I think it might be the largest we've seen so far. I could be wrong on that, but very impressive win by Latin America here. And unfortunately for Australia, this might mean they don't have a chance to qualify for the group stages now.
Yeah, the point deficit's just that far now that, yeah, it's unlikely for them to come back, unfortunately.
Not only the point deficit, but if we give me a second to work my magic. Woo! I will
That was necessary.
Yeah, that was incredibly necessary. Woo! So
there we go.
So with the magic here, and it's already been updated, so very quick. I'm very impressed, so I appreciate it to the people running this sheet. So we can see Australia with the minus 258, but more importantly in my opinion is the fact that one, they don't have any wins to combat the other teams up here, but even if they did get one win, the fact that they've had 4 losses here already means they're pretty down on tiebreaker points. So of these teams down the bottom, they haven't been beating any of them, of course, because that's what we've been seeing. So that means that if they were put into a deadlock with the wins here, the tiebreaker points would likely be in favour of the other teams. So I really don't know how Australia are going to pull out of this one.
Being Poland as second last is mind-blowing because they've been playing incredibly well this year.
True. They do have one. They still haven't had their match though for this week.
They have a match against, is it Costa Rica?
I believe so. We might be able to check
one.
in here. Yes, Costa Rica. So we can see here.
Yeah, it is. Huh?
This shows all the matches that have been played so far, and it's neatly encapsulated on the whole screen here, the 4 weeks. So the 2 matches yet to come, we do see Poland and Costa Rica are coming up, alongside Mexico and Colombia, which will round out the end of week 4. And then from there, we will have the final week of our seeding matches.
Love to see
So
it.
if we head back to this table, we're not having any rematches in this seeding stage. So because Latin America just faced Australia, they're not going to be facing Australia next week. So because of that, we can predict Just looking at from this, it looking like, yes, Peru is going to be the team going up against Australia here. So we'll see who comes out on top here. And I really think Latin America are going to be needing Australia to beat Peru here if they want to be safe, depending on Poland's performance against Costa Rica. And if Australia don't beat Peru, Peru's going to have their 2 wins and be pushed up, and that's going to really be bad for Latin America here unless they get their own win next week.
True, yeah.
So things are looking pretty dicey for these bottom teams. So pretty much most of the teams that have 2 wins here are already feeling pretty safe, and that's really just affecting their seeding placement. But all these teams from 13 down are in the firing line a little bit, and we'll see how things turn out for them as these weeks come by.
There should be some interesting matches, though. Definitely. Especially for this final seeding stage, there should be some quite close matches, I should feel, because it's kind of balanced out.
Yeah, for sure. So we're seeing at the top here, if my analysis is correct, if Revi's still in chat, he can feel free to correct me if he's aware. But I would think Saudi Arabia would be going up against USA in their next match because they faced Finland, and next down in the line is USA. So we're going to be seeing USA versus Saudi here. I don't know whether Finland and Germany have played. I am unaware.
They haven't. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we can see here Finland. They have not. So we're potentially seeing Finland, Germany as well. So we've got some pretty hype matches coming up next week. Although obviously, I do say this, but the Finland-Germany match might depend on Mexico's placement. I don't know if they played Mexico yet. So depending on how Mexico plays, it could be Finland-Mexico. But Saudi Arabia will definitely face United States because from memory they have faced Mexico.
That's a good point. They could go against Colombia if Colombia win today by a margin of like 25 or 22, 20, I should say.
Yeah, true. So we'll see how that that pans out with Colombia. So we do have the 2 matches here coming up, and so we've got a few different opponents that it could be for Saudi Arabia. But so currently we've got the 3, United States or Colombia here, depending on this match outcome. But either way, incredibly hype match to be looking forward to in my opinion, especially since Saudi Arabia are the team to beat with a 206 point difference in their favour with 4 wins and 0 losses.
Are looking incredible this year.
Playing very well.
Yeah, and it's not to say they were never a bad team. They've always been insane, the Saudi Arabian team, but they really popped off in this World Cup. I don't think anyone expected it to be this polarizing, I guess, given that there are so many strong teams here. But I think the synergy that Saudi Arabia have with each other really shines through in this World Cup. Because obviously, when you're playing as countries, a lot of clans that we have in this game, like, I think VE from Sparda is a good example. Look how many countries are in that one clan. So as much as it's a group that really plays together, if you're getting together a UK team, not everyone's from that same clan, so you have to get that synergy together, whereas Saudi Arabia, they kind of always play together very frequently.
Yeah.
So they have that advantage there. And I think that's something that might attribute to the fact that we're seeing teams like Latin America having those minor losses, and Australia being further down, is that they haven't had that experience to play with each other specifically as much, or playing as many opponents together in Australia's case. And I think that could be a contributing factor, because you can be fantastic at the game, but if you don't play team formats, or you don't know how some other people play teams with you, that can just really detriment your performance.
Yeah.
And we've just been given confirmation as well by Revi in the chat that the Colombia and Mexico match will be, quite decisive. Looks like if Colombia do win by 20 points, then they will play against Saudi Arabia.
I can do math, see?
I'm proud of you. You've been learning on stream.
I've been doing it there this whole war. I was learning how to math, and I did it, so.
Yeah, so...
But yeah,
Oh.
that's...
So yeah, as it's being pointed out in chat, it's looking like we've got potentially Saudi versus one of USA Colombia and Finland versus one of Germany Mexico. So the top matches here looking pretty exciting no matter what the pairings. And like we said, Australia will be going up against Peru here. Peru with some incredibly strong players that we haven't seen tonight. People like Roka may not be playing as much, but still a very fierce competitor. Beba is another one who is insane player. So they have some pretty strong players on their lineup as well. So going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Australia there, going up against Peru next week.
Definitely, yeah. They certainly gave us trouble in our match when we played against them.
For sure.
I gave myself a lot of trouble in that match too. Because as we've established from Drask and Pizza here, I am shite, so that's fine.
Yeah, we all expect it. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't jump off the track, it's like, wow, he's actually holding first. What's going on? Someone else must be playing on his account. Yeah, it's true.
That's how we knew the account sharing was real. Sorry, Sparda.
Yeah, I have Anton taking my account over.
Anton flying over to Ireland just for these matches.
No, I just give him my my login credentials and he just takes over. That's all.
Yeah. That's the much easier way to go about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Much easier.
It saves a lot of time and hassle and cost of flying. So.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the unless you guys have any other comments you want to talk about with the match, anything else you want to bring up about next week's matches, or do we think we've all pretty much said our piece here?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, both teams played well. Unfortunately, Australia couldn't get the plays that they were hoping on. And yeah, I mean, they both played really well, but yeah, Latin America just got those, starting runaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akuma couldn't do the support role because he just wasn't allowed. Canister after canister. It was just one of those things.
Yeah,
the cursed canister.
So yeah, we've that'll bring us to the end of the match between Latin America and Australia here. So if you've enjoyed the match, consider following us on Twitch. We do also have a Twitter account if you want to be staying up to date with when a match goes live and being able to see the matchups each week as they are announced. So be sure to follow us there and also join the Discord. So on the Discord, we have Ranked, which is just it's fun, but it can be tilting, but it's a good time. We all play it for a reason. So if you're interested, there's plenty of things in the competitive hub to offer, and if you're not interested in playing, you can always just join and keep up to date with what's happening with the World Cup. So we have the links in chat here, so feel free to click them, and thank you all for listening. For now, we're going to be jumping over not to a CTR stream, but the
a hot tub stream?
Oh, I wish I couldn't find one. Instead, we're going to the Spyro speedrun community. They are doing a marathon over this weekend, so going to be sending you guys there for something a little different. Yeah. So we are seeing them.
Spyrothon, if you will.
Exactly. So we'll be jumping over to Spyrothon here. So be sure to say hi to everyone there, and thank you all for listening. So we'll catch you next commentary.
Peace.
Yep, see you later, people.
Bye, guys.